Hey guys, my name is Kayla Alexander and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this series, I will be breaking down research papers in plain English. A link to the research paper will also be in the bio so you can read it yourself. Today's paper is The Evolution of Human Mating, published in 2007 by Evolutionary psychologist Dr. David Buss. For more than 3 decades, Dr. David Buss has studied attraction, mate selection, jealousy, long-term relationship, and the psychology behind why people choose the partners they do. Today, however, we're not reviewing his entire career. We're focusing on one paper. Every day, millions of people ask questions about dating, attraction, marriage, and relationships. Why are we attracted to certain people? Why do some relationships last while others fall apart? Is our preferences shaped by biology, culture, or by a combination of both? There are countless opinions about these questions. Social media has its opinions, podcast has its opinions, family, friends, relationship coaches all have their opinions. But what happens when we set opinions aside and look at the research instead? Well, welcome to my research breakdown, where I take academic research papers and explain them in plain English. Throughout the video, I will be covering 5 questions. First, what do people actually look for in a long-term partner? Second, which relationship preferences appear across many different cultures and which one seems to depend more on culture itself? Third, why do researchers think short-term relationships exist? Fourth, what is mate poaching and how common is it? And finally, why do psychologists think jealousy exists? Before I begin, it is important to understand how I'm approaching this paper. My goal isn't to tell you what to believe. My goal is to help you understand what this study found and how researchers reach their conclusions, what the study doesn't claim, and where questions still remain. You'll hear me say phrases like according to this study and the author suggests throughout this video. That is intentional. Also, you'll hear me say PDF page. That is intentional as well, so that you can read along with me. Science doesn't move forward because of one paper. Researchers ask questions, they collect data, they analyze patterns. Then they offer explanations for what those patterns may mean. Future researchers test those explanations. Sometimes studies later strengthen the original findings. Sometimes they challenge them. And that is exactly how science is supposed to work. There's one important point to remember. This paper doesn't claim that every man behaves the same way. It also doesn't claim that every woman behaves the same way. And it does not predict how any individual person will think or behave. Instead, it looks at patterns that appear across thousands of participants. So, let's begin. What do people actually look for in a long-term partner? Rather than relying on opinions and personal experiences, the researchers collected data from 10,074 participants across 37 different cultures, spanning 6 continents and 5 islands. As the paper explains, the total sample size was 10,047, with an average of 272 from each of the 37 cultures. PDF page 4. At the time, it was one of the largest cross-cultural studies ever conducted on human mate preferences. The researchers wanted to answer 2 simple questions. Do people around the world want completely different things in a spouse? Or are there certain preferences that appear consistently regardless of culture? According to this study, before the researchers found meaningful differences between men and women, they found something else first: agreement. In fact, one section of the paper is titled Cross-Cultural Universal Desires from Both Sexes. The authors write, many characteristics were universally desired by both sexes. PDF page 4. Across cultures, both men and women consistently value qualities such as intelligence, kindness, understanding, dependability, good health, and mutual love. As the paper explains, worldwide, women and men wanted mates who were intelligent, kind, understanding, dependable, and healthy. It also states that mutual attraction, love, emerged as one of the most valued qualities in a spouse worldwide. PDF page 4. Participants also tended to value partners who shared similar political and religious beliefs. The author writes, both sexes also value potential spouses who were similar to themselves in political orientations and religious beliefs. According to this paper, this similarity helps minimize conflict within relationships and contributes to greater long-term relationships and marriage. PDF, page 4. Today, many conversations about dating begin by asking how men and women are different. According to this study, the research began somewhere else. They first identify what men and women have in common.